hiya. Right, I'm in my onesie, which is generally how I'm probably unloading the kiln. So we're going to do a kiln unload. So this beautiful girl here is called Karen, and she's my kiln. As you can tell, I've got stuff everywhere at the moment. So I'm in the middle of stocking a couple of shops. So she's on 13, which for me is very, very good. I don't hardly ever open her when she's so cool, but I've not been here, so hence my patience didn't run out. Right. Oh, I'm excited. Okay. Wow. Just wow. Right. I'm going to have to show you guys. I'm going to pick you up and bring you over. The joys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So. Hello. Okay, so this is part of a Camembert dish. This was in antique pewter. Looks antique, I suppose. Done a couple of Christmas decorations, which are actually gold and does not actually. Oh, maybe that was gold. That was gold. Ah, yeah, right. Okay, sorry. Okay, so this is gold apparently. It's because it's used on a terracotta clay, so it's come out very dark, which is why I thought it was a pewter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these with a few bits of gold and stuff, because you can't really see them now, but they're just little embossed Christmas decorations. Right, I'm going to get a little tray so I can put all my goodies in here while I'm chatting. Hello. Oh, sorry. It's so exciting. I'm sure the excitement of opening a kiln just, well, it's amazing. Really am. Right, so I'm going to say with the gold, so I used a Bots glossy gold, which sometimes can be absolutely amazing, and other times it just comes out and it's so matte and so like, you're like, what happens? I'll show you an example later. I'll get the when it's gone right and when it's actually failed, and I'll show you exactly what I mean and you'll see for yourselves. Right, oh wow, okay, so I've done some little like tile pendants. So this is a little bit of a sort of hippie happy tile pendant. This is going to have a bail attached and be on a thing. I quite like that. And that would really go with my dungarees actually. I just thought. Right, I've used the blue on these tiles, so I do a lot of mosaics. I make all the tiles myself, and then mosaic mirrors, mosaic trivets, you know, all sorts. So you'll see as I get the tiles out, these colour's a bit flat. It's nice enough colour, but just a bit flat for the mosaic tiles, but they'll be good filleriners. Right. Gorgeous, gorgeous, just gorgeous. So I've done some toadstools for a change. These little bad boys have a glaze on them, which is a Mako masquerade. So it's like a crystally one, so you've got all the little crystals in there and they fire, and you get all these lovely colours and patterns which you couldn't plan if you tried. It just comes out like a little bit of magic. And I love them glazes for the toadstools because you get irregular kind of pops of colour, which I quite like, and then you don't almost, sometimes I dot them, but when they're like this you don't really need to. So these are little, and this clay, I'm so pleased with that clay because it's such a bright white. Right, this one here was mocha marble, which is also another one of my favourite colours for the toadstools. So you get that kind of I suppose toads really fungally look with it. You see them? Gorgeous, aren't they? So lovely. Right, I'm going to one last little tile here, which is just a little hexagon, which I'll show you later what I'm going to be doing with them. I'm going to grab out the kiln shelf. I always need both hands for this because they're quite heavy, and I'm always worried about breaking one or dropping one, or some, I know, an earthquake might happen and I'll drop my kiln shelf. And I always try to make sure that the stilts aren't stuck under the bottom, because I've done that before. I've lifted it up and the stilt has been stuck and it's dropped, and yeah, not nice. It's not good. Hello. Okay, right, so come and have a look again. I mean, you've already seen half the shelf anyway, but it's just such a happy place. Such a happy place. Right, so my Camembert cheese bowl. So I was saying the other day, love Camembert, and sometimes you buy the cheaper Camembert and you don't have the bowl, the little wooden bit, so I decided to make some bowls to go around it to bake them in the oven. And it is one that I've done, and what I've done with these, which is slightly different, I've poured the glaze in and just shushed it around like this. I've done it before and it always just comes out so amazing. It really, like, just looks like water. So it's got a lovely glossy bottom. Yes, right, I'm just going to take my stilts out so I don't knock them over. So these are your stilts, which you get them in different sizes, depending on what size you want the kiln shelves in, etc, etc. Right, I've done a Monstera leaf, cheese plant leaf. Just a little bit on the back. You've got to be so careful with the back. You get little shard of pottery, and I'll tell you, can offer. Yeah, it's quite nice. I've used, this was definitely the pewter underneath. I rubbed back and then just put a green on, which works quite well. It does actually look quite lifelike, to be fair. Probably a little bit healthier than my plants, but hey. Right, some more diddy toadstools. I think that's my dogs, I can hear barking. They're telling somebody off. I'm guessing somebody's just walked past the house. How dare they? Right, yes, toadstools. So, see, I've put the little dots on these bad boys. That's a gorgeous colour, actually. This colour was a Bellissimo glaze, which I've been getting from Ceramicraft in Reading, and I am quite in love with them glazes, actually. They're hello, you've been naughty. Very naughty. They're very solid colour, nice solid colour. So, right, leaves and leaves. I've done these on a terracotta body. These are going to be for Christmas decorations. So, if you can see, that's all nature. That's all amazing nature's done all that. So you get all the lovely veins in the leaves, and it really shows up lovely once you put a colour in, you wipe back, put a glaze on top. So I'm trying to remember what glaze I used for that one, actually. It's not a crackle glaze. Well, that's a mysterious glaze, which I'll have to have a look and work that one out. Right, oh, these look so lovely. I'm just going to bring this tray over. This is the reason I have no baking trays in the kitchen. Right, so I've got quite a few colours here. I'll pick out a few. I won't show you each and every single tile. Fascinating to me, it might not be so fascinating to you, so I'll see if I can reel off some of the names of the glazes. Right, starting with the first one, which I've forgotten already. Yeah. So I've got nice brown sort of a glaze, bit matte. This is maroon spectrum glaze. Not far off my hair colour. This is Pewter Speciality Duncan Glaze. These would actually make really good test tiles, wouldn't they? If I actually kept them and numbered them. But this is Bots. A Bots Blue Night, Starry Night or something. Oh, Mystic Jade, Mako. This is the one that you saw on the mushrooms earlier, which is oh god, this is like a bloody pop quiz. I'm standing here trying to guess what they are. I've got a list of them on the wall. Mocha. So yeah. So yeah, I've got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of tiles. So I'm going to do some mirrors. I'm going to do some trivets. And whatever else pops into my mind. The maroon has come out lovely. It's come out really nice actually, the maroon. But I'll just bring you in a little bit. Oh, excuse me hair and the messiness of it all. I was going to get changed and I thought, oh, what's the point? Why keep up a pretense? I'm just going to gather my goodies here, stuff them in the tray until I need them. It won't be long because I'll get overexcited and have to do this. I actually think this... No, that isn't the pewter, is it? Please, what's that? I don't know. Technically talking to myself, but if the dogs were here, I'd be talking to them. But I'm too busy telling somebody off. So I'm just here on my own, talking to the kiln. Gorgeous. But you can see what I mean now with the colours. Like that blue just pops too much, doesn't it? It's just like, what? Whereas a blue like this, which is more sort of Saladin, which is more see-through-y, for want of another word, transparent bit of it. You can just see the lovely texture and the pattern come through because it sort of pulls into the little bits. So yeah, right. Kiln shelf number 2. Okay, right. Let's have a look. Let's shove it down. Hello. Right, okay, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. So you can see I've got some more Camembert cheese bowls, I've got some toadstool decorations, some more mosaic tiles, and these round ones in the middle. Not as happy as how they turned out using the white glaze. Looks a bit of an odd, not quite how I envisioned it anyway, but still usable for some things, I guess. They're okay. So these are going to be Christmas decorations. You can see them. They're very lovely texture to them. But if I was to do them again, I'd probably do them with a different colour in them, I think. The white looks a bit ominous, I don't know. It's a bit like somebody spilt milk on them. I don't know, that one looks nice. That style has came out quite nice. Right, so I've done a couple of toadstools as well, which were for Christmas tree decorations. Even though I've been making Christmas trees decorations since flipping, when did we have that hot spell? June. So never have enough. Don't use them this year, I'll use them next year. So Christmas decorations, little lovelies. You can see the gills of the mushrooms. So yeah, quite pleased with those as well. Filled up another tray, need another tray now. Right, so as for the other Camembert bowls, yeah, love this. So I've actually glazed the inside of this one, which I kind of now wishing I've done with most of them. That's got that gorgeous jade colour, and that's by Bellissimo Glazes. It's just a, oh, I can't explain. It's so solid. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's my favourite cheese just so far. No, right, let's have a look what else we've got. I made a few, because they're experimental, I've done a few different sizes, I've done different thicknesses. And I've forgotten to stamp this one as well. But yeah, I glazed the inside of this one as well, so that's good. Like a pool of water. And I went green on this one. And this green was the same green that I used for my monstera leaf, which would make a really good soap dish actually. The world's biggest bar of soap, but yeah. So quite pleased with them. I got some more tiles. This is some more Mocha Madness, I think, by the looks of it. We see different flecks of colour in there, which is lovely. Lovely jubbly. Put them down there with the tiles. I'm going to put this on the floor so I don't actually knock it flying and cry on camera. Right, this glaze here, I do believe was one of the Duncan ones that I had. I bought a bulk lot of Duncan Glazes, because Duncan Glazes went out of, I nearly said out of fashion, out of existence. They ceased to exist. They discontinued, I don't know, kaput, whatever. I know Mako's taken over quite a lot of their colours, but it's amazing. So anyway, I got a bulk lot of Duncan Glazes, and it was, oh, it's fantastic opening this big box of like surprise glazes. But yeah, so this one's a Duncan one. They're very nice, subtle. They're quite subtle colour in there, which sometimes you need that, because I tend to go really bright otherwise, which I love, but it's not at everybody's taste. Anyway, this is probably a video full of the back of my head. This is actually one of the first videos I'm doing for YouTube channel, so we'll have to see how that rolls. I'm going to angle you guys a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing, hopefully. Hello. Right, so all these little widdly bits are all going to be for jewellery, earrings, necklaces, rings, which have been quite popular this year, and I'm thinking with Christmas coming up, people might want to buy some more jewellery. It's an easy gift, isn't it, for somebody? So yeah, so I've done some with like evil eye designs on. You see these? Oh, I like that one. Oh, it's a daisy. I don't know if you can see, but the top of them is so beautiful, shiny. Two flies came in. I've used the red as well. I prefer the blue. I do really like the blue, because it reminds me of little bits of China. Almost like I've got mad mosaicing skills and have managed to cut a perfect circle out of China, which I haven't tried before. It doesn't work. Oh, right, so on some of them I've just used like the crystal glazes and different things, and this is one of them. I just think they're pretty because they're almost like a precious stone or a bit of sea glass or something. Yeah, so I'll show you this one, which is a Saladin Glaze. I think it's turquoise bots glaze, and it always comes out and reminds me so much of like Greece or somewhere, like the colours. It's like sea glass again, and you actually even get the little crackly bits in it. I can see. See, from Christmas, I'm changing my phone. I'm going from Apple to Android with a 50 megapixel camera. So I'm hoping, once I get a hang of the damn thing, that it will have a slightly better camera on it. And these are going to be rings. Don't look far off this ring. I've had this ring since I was like 12, which is a long time. So you can see that one of my favourite glazes here, which is a pottery craft glaze, and it's hard to see on here, but it's got amazing texture to this. This is green tea Mako crackle glaze, so similar to the turquoise one, but a paler green colour. Oh god, I just love little bits of pottery. Oh my god, look at you! Alright, okay, so used aventurine. I recognise this one hands down straight away what this is. Sometimes aventurine comes out spot on. It's quite a runny glaze, so it can leak. So you've got to be so careful, because sometimes you can open up the kiln and it's just leaked on everything. If it leaks on your shelf, it's like but it's managed to sit where it's supposed to have sat, and it has come out beautiful. I can't even pick this up on the camera. So you've got almost like a pool of liquid, it looks like, surrounded by a glitter, for want of another word. It is so not going anywhere. That's staying with me. Okay. Right, another beautiful glaze. Not sure which one that is. This one is gold. This is a good example of naughty glaze, good glaze. Bots glossy gold can be absolutely friggin' amazing. Example A. See the gorgeousness on that. Same glaze, same shelf, same temperature fine. Okay, different clay body, which I understand terracotta clay, you are going to get a different colour come out, but to be that different. Look how flat that is. You can see almost where it's given it a bit of an effort to try to shine, but no. You can see the difference, can't you? How... Anyway. That's that. That's that. Right, I'm going to try and squeeze her. Ow. Right. Okay. This is where I get stuck, behind the kiln, forever and ever more. And they excavate the workshop one day and they find me here. And they, oh, there's a potter in their natural habitat in the kiln. I really got to get the dogs back in, so I'll stop talking to myself. But technically I'm talking to you guys, so it is kind of weird because I don't know who you are. So I'm very new to this YouTubing thing. Right, I'll put these bad boys on my hands so I can come and show you the little pretties that I have. I was in here the other day, pouring down with rain. I was in my pyjamas and I'd made this new thing. So excited for myself. I come what was it? It was like a little brooch. I'll come out of the workshop like, my precious. Crazy person. Ah. Right. Yes. So these are going to go on rings, earrings. I've got some lovely, oh, this blue and that pink looks so pretty. I'm not normally a pink type of person, but they look beautiful. They just have this lovely domed texture. I want to kind of feel them. This was one of the crystal Mako glazes. I think that was Tropical Punch, I think. I'll have to check that. So yeah, they will come out lovely. OCD is going to kick in later and I have to turn them all over the right way. Right, so I've got my stilts. I normally go with the kiln, I normally go from the bigger stilts to slightly smaller, increasing, decreasing even. Right, I'm just going to put this down so I don't drop it. I'm just going to grab my next shelf without standing on that. Right, shelf Number 3, the last shelf. That did not sound very good. Right. Oh, right. Okay, so now I'm on shelf number 3. Right, I'll show you guys shelf number 3. Ow. So you can see flowers and spoons. And they look frigging awesome. Sorry, yeah, but they do. Alright, so I'm going to get out the spoons first. So spoons, I had some terracotta clay, red clay, terracotta clay, and I started to carve some spoons, and I thought, oh, it starts to look like wood with the colour in that. So I carved the wood shapes. But normally I would have put manganese wash in and wiped it back, but I'd run out of manganese. So I put in a black, washed it back, glazed the little bowl part of the spoon, and yeah, quite pleased. And I've actually done something in a set for a change. Normally I'm like, just do one thing, like one odd sod one-off thing, but right, a little bit in love with these bad boys. Yes, look at them, huh? Okay, so I'm going to have to turn you guys around to show you the actual wow of these, in case you're not seeing it right now like I'm seeing it. Unless I'm just a crazy woman in her workshop talking to spoons. Right. Oh, yeah, the backs of them remind me of walnuts. Don't they look like walnuts? Yeah, awesome. Loving it. Absolutely bloody loving that. Oh, can I say that word on here? Flipping amazing. Right, 2 more toadstools. Gorgeous orange colour. That is an orange pottery craft, which very similar to Mako lava, which I fell in love with. So very, very similar. It breaks with the orange and the yellow, and, oh, which I used on, yeah, I used them on these flowers, which I'm going to be putting onto some driftwood. And I used the Pewter special effects glaze in there as well. Yeah, perfectly happy with them. So that's going to be like quite an autumnal kind of wall hanging thing when I've finished with it. Some more toadstools, so I won't bore you with them. I'm just going to get out the flowers and show you the flowers, because they've all come out lovely, and I've actually quite themed a few things this time, which is really not like me. Could be a new thing. Too many in my hands, wait, hang on. So, these bad boys, red flowers. I thought I'd do red because it's quite festive. Christmas coming up, poinsettias, poppies. I suppose they're a little bit anemone sort of a shape, but anyway. They're all different. Lovely, really happy with them. So yeah, so that's my first YouTube thing. I've still got a few more bits in there, but I'm going to do another video and I'll show you some different things on that. Lovely to meet you all, I suppose, and I'll get dressed for my next video. Bye.